Hi, I'm Chris Magus, and this is my series, How I Believe It to Be. It was probably quite surprising to survive that, really. It's but in the process of having that, well, surviving an event, yeah. In the process of that, I did go into a time when I completely had left my body. Um, and which uh, I've had being knocked out before, but not anything like this. This was completely different. It was yeah, and it was not only completely different. It changed things. It sort of opened up other doorways, I suppose, for past life. Um, Seeing some past lives, things like that. Yeah, so very, very different. You know, and really what it probably led me to do mainly was search through other belief systems and other religions initially, then other belief systems, and then ultimately, um, down a whole lot of pathways. Um, so I think that's the one experience that really changed my life as far as my spiritual life. The And I guess as part of that journey, the way I used to believe it, it's like I said, past lives is one part of it. Obviously, there's other parts of it, and being able to see other parts of where we are here that don't actually aren't really visible most times. Yeah, and definitely aren't visible to me most times, but having the ability to see them sometimes. I know other people will have a lot more visibility over that. They'll see things a lot more often. Um, it's kind of just one of those things. And yeah, animals. I mean, yeah, we know animals. Have souls. We know everything's has a soul. That's one of the things I learned through that experience was that there is. Yeah, I, there's the infinite darkness and there's the infinite light, and it's not darkness isn't bad, and it's like it's it's not like what would you say? I think we think of the darkness as something a bit different to what it really is. It's like a comfortable void. It's a comfortable void. It's a comfortable absence of everything. As in whereas the light is like a well it's a different sort of thing. There's only one light, so obviously at that end of the spectrum, you stop being human, you stop being, you just are that. That's kind of the thing. It's like we exist between that and that infinite void, and that's where everything sort of gets created in every space that there is really. Um, so I mean, you everything's alive. Like what Mm. Everything's got a spirit. Everything's at the essence of everything. No matter what it is, it's all the same. And at the other essence of everything, no matter what it is, it's all empty and void. It's emptiness. And in between those two spaces, everything is like Christmas tree with Christmas balls. It's in that in between that space. It's got the essence of God within it because that's the only that's all there is. There's only the void and that infinite creative force. And then when we get rid of our bodies and everything like that, we become part of that force. We like that's what your soul is. Your soul's that speck of light. Um, and the thing is that it's like the rest of the stuff is like something that exists here, but things that are alive have that. So my Christmas tree, it sits in somewhere in the middle of that, but it's within my space. So it's within my creation, and then it's. But then I'm what I am in my essence is the same as what everyone else is in their essence, and what animals are in their essence, and plants, and the whole worlds, and in their essence is all the same. So it's it's a kind of complicated kind of thing. So what I see is going to be what someone else sees, and because at our core we're all the same. So obviously that's if I'm in a world and I'm sharing that world with other souls, then we're gonna have a unified amount of agreement in what we're going to see in the world, I suppose. And then depending on where you are in the world, you'll see different things, and then that becomes a bigger thing, because when you start looking at the actual mechanism behind everything, then you look at what's going on in the world, and then you look at if I'm everything's linked. It's all part of the same thing. It's not separate things. It's all part of the one thing at its essence. So it sort of it brings a fair amount of what would you say, creation into that, and creation within the group of souls that are involved in that space, I guess. So yeah, it that becomes more challenging.